My question is a follow-up of what we've discussed with William, and it's regarding practicing being present with intense emotions. And I've been doing that, and I've realized that if we just focus on the emotion, then surrounding thought storm will also subside because you accept the emotion, you let it pass through you, you become less reactive and more responsive.
Yeah.
However, what I did notice is that in certain situations, there's a deeper programming that is probably in the subconscious mind um, that keeps getting triggered in certain situations. And I notice that when the trigger happens, again, the same rush of emotions happen. Of course, now I'm not reacting to these emotions. I'm just more present. I let them pass through. However, it does seem like the next step would be to somehow, through whatever healing process, understand where is the trigger coming from and resolving this underlying programming. And I was wondering if it's just by sitting with the emotion every time it arises, would that be enough to kind of untangle everything all the way down to the root? Or is it like a certain dedicated therapeutic practice is also beneficial?
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, great question because I think it arises in all of our practices. This is sort of one of those things which are like multifaceted, where your practice will happen at two levels. One, on the personal side of things, you can feel free to reflect why you are maybe what are you resisting, what are you afraid of, like you can have that sort of personal reflection thinking about your past and why you behave the way you do lightly, not like don't think that this will be the source of your clarity, but you can reflect, feel free to reflect
Mhm.
and work through whatever you need to work through. But yes, as you said, I think the deepest clarity comes through silent witnessing, through silent being as you are. So as you said, like you can just continue to sit with the feelings or just allow whatever feelings arise, even when you're out and about and some sort of great trigger arises and you're feeling very emotional. Like the greatest clarity in even your thinking and understanding comes, right, from just allowing the current experience, allowing what happened, allowing the current feelings, allowing even confusion and the inability to understand at the moment, just total allowance, just being as you are, allowing the experience to be as it is. That allows clarity in our thinking and understanding and resolving whatever needs to be resolved. So I would say a mix of both. But I certainly wouldn't go really searching in the mind for answers or resolutions to like, oh, I want to fix this thing.
Mhm.
Um, Allow yourself to be somewhat broken. Allow yourself to
Mhm.
somewhat be, like not like imperfect. And so just yeah, just through that silent witnessing, every now and then reflecting, allow it to reveal itself.
Yeah.
So that's on the personal level. On the absolute level, no, you are the awareness to whom does not matter whether this gets resolved, what emotions arise, what happens in the story. We're not only taking that standpoint. I know sometimes people say, oh, that's just like bypassing. No, but like you
Mhm.
have to know that at the absolute level, you really are that undisturbed awareness. Not just knowing that mentally, but you're recognizing, hey, I am the pure awareness of the coming and going of all of these situations, all of these triggers, all of these emotions. I'm unaffected. All these experiences are fleeting. I am undisturbed. And that is my true nature. It's not that, oh, this stuff that is more colorful is that's more important. No, the deepest, most truthful part of myself is that aware presence, which remains unchanged. So you are knowing that at the core, deep level, and on the surface, you are honoring this whole personhood appearance by reflecting every now and then, how can I be better? What can I do different? And then just allowing, doing your best to allow the experience, allow the feelings. Through that, I think through a mix of that, clarity comes. You know, what needs to happen happens. What needs to be understood comes to our recognition.
I am realizing more and more that the importance of beliefs and the web of beliefs that the mind spins,
Hmm.
and even like these programmings or conditionings or triggers or traumas, they are just beliefs that we hold
Yeah.
close. And it could be like, I'm not good enough, I'm unlovable, etc., etc. And at certain point, it could be good to recognize that and um, debunk this belief and maybe replace it with another belief. But ultimately, I agree that the ultimate belief on top of which all of these beliefs are built is that I am a person.
Hmm.
And once you drop that belief, which is like what we're trying to do with this practice, it makes sense that all of it will just untangle
Yeah,
like a spool of wool, and you just take the pull the thread, and everything just unravels.
that's so true.
And,
That's why like the direct path will always guide you more towards that. And no, it is not sort of a ignoring of your personhood or anything like that
mhm,
in any dysfunctional way. It is actually the deepest transformation available to us at any moment. But notice how like the when that belief is firmly established, I am a person. Now a lot of these different personal beliefs and the reorganization of them, it's like the most important thing you can do. That's what it feels like. That this is life.
mhm,
This is truth, and this is what I have to fix. But the moment you actually just the teaching invites us to see, oh, you're not merely this person. Look what is prior to personhood, and now all of these other things have lesser importance. So yeah, here we walk sort of both paths, honoring the personal, yet at really being rooted in the non-personal, in the truth.
mhm.
And I think that's a good balance, it then helps you in the personal life a little bit, like and be more functional and whatnot. And then, but
Yeah,
at the same time, your deepest devotion is to truth, not just fixing the personality.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing that theme. Very helpful.